Rich Tarani with TMC. Thanks for watching. We're at ITEXPO 2014 in Las Vegas. Alan Percy is with us. He is with Audiocodes. Alan, welcome to the show.
Well, thanks for having me again.
So your company is well known for making a suite of communications products. Really, some years back, 10 years ago, VoIP enablement was a strong area of growth for you, and now you've expanded into SBC and link enablement. You do a lot of different things. You see gateways, really, solid gateways. You've got some news, and I was hoping that you'd share with the audience. What is it that you've done?
Yep. Yeah. So the big news for the year is that we launched a new product called OneBox 365, and that what that is an adjunct to Microsoft Office 365, and the idea being is as businesses are now moving more and more to the cloud for much of their business productivity applications, right? So obviously SharePoint and Exchange and those kinds of things. They're starting to look at, what do we do with my voice infrastructure? How do I leverage the cloud as part of voice? And Microsoft has put together an offering that gives an opportunity to dabble with voice with Office 365, but it takes some adjunct features and functions to be able to really give them the full feature suite of Microsoft Link. And so what we've done is put together an appliance we call OneBox 365. And this appliance is based on our Median 800 Media Gateway Session Border Controller platform that would go then in the customer site and provide all that link functionality with Office 365 so that they would have a full complement of conferencing, collaboration, instant messaging, presence, et cetera, on-prem with a nice, easy to administer appliance as opposed to a more complex server farm that typically has not been compatible with sort of a small business's business model and their IT infrastructure.
So is there a target customer range that we should know about?
Yeah, the initial offering is targeted towards about up to 200 seats of Microsoft Link, which is typical sort of SMB structure. For businesses that outgrow that, they certainly can rack and stack the systems. They can work together in pools.
Oh, so it scales well then?
Yep, exactly. It can work in a multi-unit environment where the systems work together. So maybe, for example, the sales and administration might be on one system, and maybe manufacturing and some other function within the company would be on a different system, and they share a common directory and message pool.
Do you think someone watching who has a branch office architecture might benefit from this?
Yeah, one of the other big benefits of this platform is it now significantly enhances the branch office sort of story. One of the challenges that's always been a problem with unified communications in the cloud is if I've got a retail outlet, let's say typical sort of hardware store environment, so they've got literally thousands of these offices or retail outlets across the country. They want to be able to put some communication functionality in the store so that the store can operate in case of a hurricane or a storm happens and they get isolated. They want to be able to have that store continue operating. This is true not only with retail but also education, financial services, et cetera. Those are very critical pieces of infrastructure, and we learned from the storms from 2 years ago that often the infrastructure between the facilities would get damaged, but generators would be able to keep the store open if they only had the communications. So the OneBox 365 makes a really good solution for these branch office environments because it brings all the functionality for voice and for collaboration into the customer prem so that store, that retailer, or that school can stay open even if the wide area network is disrupted.
So one of the benefits of working with Microsoft is the IT department likes things like Active Directory where people can access each other and the names and have access to really quick information on who's who within the office. How does that work with this kind of architecture? Does Active Directory have to be on-prem, or is it in the cloud? Does it matter?
Right. Well, one of the things we run into all the time is sort of these hybrid environments where IT infrastructure, for example, might decide put their Active Directory on-prem, or in other cases they might decide to push it in the cloud. And there's many different architectures where pieces and parts, the Exchange might be in the cloud or might not be. Active Directory might be in the cloud or might not be, and so we've been able to build a solution that can integrate with all these different hybrid environments so that it can either, we can adapt to these sort of, these complex environments that come up in the real world. And that's a key piece of being able to deliver the solution is because people a lot of times are in a transition from a legacy on-prem environment over to the cloud. And as they make that move, it's not a light switch. They don't flip the switch one night and then all of a sudden everything's in the cloud, right? They're slowly moving pieces and parts to the cloud, and we need to be able to work in that environment. We've been able to accomplish that with this platform.
So I am an Office 365 user. I don't use it as my primary. I use it on a tablet. I also will use Office 2013. So I kind of am a hybrid myself. Seems like a lot of people are looking at cloud solutions like Office 365. Question is, your product seems like a good fit. It seems like it's got a nice path to growth, just because you'll be tagging along with something that everyone wants, or a lot of people want. What else should we know? Are there any other things that we left out that someone who's on the fence doesn't know if they should buy this? Questions they might have. What should we know?
Yeah, so one of the key things about the strategy and this offering is that there are the businesses that have existing or aging voice infrastructure. It might be an older key system, might be maybe an older IP PBX, and they're starting to look at moving to the cloud, right? For their, like as you said, for the rest of their services, their email and Exchange and directory services, et cetera. And what this does then is, by delivering this platform and being compatible with that Office 365 environment, it gives them a smooth path to move off of those legacy platforms and to go to a more integrated, unified communications environment. As they want to move, they can make the transition over to Link from their legacy platform. So it makes it much easier for them. And the other thing is too, it leverages the licenses that many of the businesses have already purchased through Microsoft. Microsoft's got a number of different enterprise licensing structures, and with the E4 license structure, they have access to the Link voice features, and they can now leverage that on-prem with the OneBox 365 platform.
Okay, that's great. So really, it's better ROI on an investment that's been made already, right?
Exactly.
Okay, fantastic. Well, thanks for being on the program.
I look forward to it. And of course, if folks want to learn more about the platform, they can go to audiocodes.com/Microsoft. That's pretty much the landing page for all the different solutions we offer for the Microsoft environment, and including we're planning a roadshow for this October.
Oh, when is that? Oh, it's October, so 2014.
For the month of October, we've got 8 cities on the plan. We'll be doing all across the country, all the major sort of NFL type cities. And we're looking forward to having an opportunity to have people not only see it and hear and learn more about it, but also take some technical training and get a chance to actually work with it hands-on for our partners, is what this particular roadshow is targeted for. So we're real excited about that.
It sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being here, and good luck.
My pleasure.